Hi everyone, this is the Legendary Hour back here with more. This time I'm going to be doing another Beyblade Burst video. This is going to be for the review on Infinite Achilles Dimension Dash 1B. I actually do have the original colors for, I do have the original color version of Infinite Achilles, but it is actually put in a, it's put in the display case and I don't want to mess with it. I really don't. I did use it for my intro from last year, which I guess I could play at the beginning of this video. We'll see. I did use it for the intro from last year, and I still have yet to make a new intro, but either way, basically the best way to get Infinite Achilles without spending all of your money, because I know that it's basically worth like $200 or $300, like right now online, like the original color version, is to basically just do this. Basically, the easiest way to get all the parts from the Beyblade, well, most of the parts for the Beyblade, is to get Random Booster Volume 28. And if you just get the full set, you'll basically have the combo. You just won't have the right version of Dimension. And then it'll burst too much. So, yeah, that's what this whole video will basically be based on, the Random Booster Volume 28 version of Achilles. So, let's get started. Okay, so the sparking chip, which I think is called a sparking chip. Sparking chip is called Achilles. Yeah, for the sparking chips, one thing to kind of know about them is that they can break like here if you're not careful. And I'm not sure if they break there, but I guess whenever you're assembling and disassembling, just kind of try to move the tabs with your fingers like on the top and bottom parts so that the middle parts won't break. Basically, for sparking, all the chips are basically interchangeable, so if you want to have a Beyblade that's like Infinite Achilles and you can't get like the Achilles chip, don't really stress about it. Just don't worry about it because it doesn't really change the performance. By the way, the whole design of Achilles is basically, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Prime Apocalypse. By like the design of it. I guess I'll put like a picture of Prime Apocalypse somewhere. But it does remind me of Prime Apocalypse by the design of it. And the whole colors for this one is based on Dynamite Belial and it looks more evil. Which is really interesting to see. Since Achilles is normally like is normally looking really knight-like. Here is the sparking, I think this is called the ring or something like that. I'm not entirely sure because I don't know the terminology for sparking. I think it's called the ring. And for the ring, it's called Infinite. The reason why it's called Infinite is because there's more than one possibility of how you could play it. The three modes for it are Shield Mode, which basically just makes the ring round. It makes it round, kind of bulky, and since it's more circular, it should be better for stamina and defense, theoretically. I think in actuality, from like a few battles that I did, it doesn't really seem to work out as planned on Achilles at least. So it might work for like stamina or defense combos, but on Achilles itself, like the Infinite Achilles combo, it doesn't work the best. And then we have Infinite Sword mode, which is the mode that's in the anime and the one that's probably the most popular. Infinite Sword is basically kind of like Union Achilles except better, because it doesn't just have like the upper attack slope thing. It also just hits so hard, like on Infinite's stock combo. It just hits so hard that they're just always just hitting, like either hitting the walls or just hitting the opponent. So yeah, it's basically just really great for attack. But in terms of competitive, I don't know how good it is. I just feel like Infinite Sword might be the best modes of the three. And then the last mode is called Speed Mode. Speed Mode is basically just having no attachments on it, and as you'd guess, this is basically the worst mode of the three. So yeah, just do yourself a favor and never lose any of your attachments, because if you lose your attachments and have to go with this, you're pretty much doomed. Here is the chassis. It's a double chassis. It's called 1B. This originally came out on King Helios, because King Helios was one of the first Sparking releases. And yeah, there's not really much to say about it. I think the teeth are average, I want to say. Not entirely sure. I think the teeth are average. But yeah, this is just a recolor of it. It's in like a black and gold recolor. Nothing much to say about it. It just looks cool. And here's the driver. The driver is Dimension Dash. So there's a few alternatives to this. So you actually do get Dimension Metal if you get the full set of the Random Booster for Random Booster Volume 28. But you can also go with Normal Dimension, or you can have Dimension Dash. From well, Normal Dimension is on Chozy Achilles, which might be hard to find because Chozy stuff is kind of softer now. You know, like dual layer stuff too. You can also go with Dimension Dash, which is from Lord Spriggan, if you ever got that. And yeah, that's about it. You also have the Pro Series too. So if you have Pro Series Chozy Achilles, you could get it that way. And even for Pro Series now, I think there's also an Infinite Achilles that basically has all the parts, so you don't have to worry about like looking all over the internet just for the parts. But I think the Pro Series Achilles will also go up in price over time. So yeah, just be careful with that. Be careful with your money. Just please know there are other options out there if you want to get like the parts for it. Okay, so overall the clicks are really strong. It basically doesn't burst at all. But then again, all the Sparking Beyblades barely burst anyway, so that's pretty much nothing new. What I'll do is I'll do some battles, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know. I guess I'll do 2 or 3 battles and then with like each mode, and then I'll tell you my thoughts afterwards. Okay, so for its opponents, they'll be Brave Valkyrie, Evolution Dash 2A, Rage Longinus, Destroy Dash 3A, and King Helios, Zone 1B. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa! Yeah, Rage Longinus is pretty much overpowered, so I wouldn't take that as a bad thing if it gets knocked out. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay. Yeah, this is what I mean. It basically just runs around and hits everything. And Helios is holding on. Let's see which one wins, because this will be really interesting to see. And Achilles wins with a spin finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa! Yeah, they basically just had a showdown. Either way, Achilles wins with an overfinish. And now we're going to be going into Shield mode. Okay, here's Shield mode. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa! Okay, I didn't expect that outcome. Achilles wins with the overfinish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh wow! Achilles gets a KO. Achilles wins that round with an overfinish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Achilles goes down. Brave Valkyrie wins with the over finish. Okay, now we're gonna go into speed mode. Now Achilles is in speed mode. Wow. Achilles is doing his best against Valkyrie. And Achilles barely wins with a spin finish. Yeah, I'm not trying to make these battles rigged. These are just really, really close, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they will not be in your favor soon. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa! Wait, what? How? What? Okay. I don't know how it won, but it won, I guess. Infinite Achilles wins that round with over finish. Three, two, one, go shoot! Wait, what? Are you telling me that Infinite Achilles could beat Rage Longinus this way? Oh, now I see. The tip was changing basically throughout the battle, so yeah, I guess that's kind of part of it. What do I think of Infinite Achilles? Infinite Achilles is a Beyblade that's mainly, it really just seems like it's meant for attack more than anything else. Because it just goes around the arena so aggressively, and whenever it does then whenever you do have like the rubber, and the rubber is even working, it doesn't really do a good job at kind of staying on the rubber. It just it's like its best when it's aggressive, pretty much. And the rubber always wears down pretty fast too. I think for the dash version it's supposed to wear down less fast or something like that. But I never got to experience that because my Dimension Dash has a manufacturer defect. So that's why you just see I'll just attack and no stamina. So, yeah. I mean, I know that in the video I couldn't really show it because for some reason Achilles decides to just win every battle in the video. But for speed mode, it goes around really fast, of course, because it's supposed to be for speed. But it's actually so lightweight that it's easier to get knocked out or to just get thrown around a lot. So that's really bad in terms of not just a competitive sense, but also in terms of just stock battles. Because if your Beyblade is so light, then you can't really win in the end, since you'll just get knocked around or just knocked into the stadium out area and just lose. And it'll also probably be easier to burst it too, depending on the battle. Another thing to also kind of mention is that for defense mode, I know I did get in the video, but for defense mode, it just doesn't really defend as much as you want it to. So instead of it being really defensive, it just ends up being more of like a aggressive type of defense where, I don't know, I guess the best visualization of it is kind of like hitting someone with a shield. where, I mean, it can be effective, but it's not exactly the best way to do things. So, yeah, I feel like Infinite Sword is just the best for Achilles. Maybe Infinite Shield could have some uses, but I don't feel like it's good in terms of the stock combo itself. And I'm not entirely sure about competitive, because I know about Dynamite Battle competitive and not like sparking and stuff like that. So, who do I recommend the Beyblade for? I'm not sure if I recommend it for competitive or not, because I don't know about the meta. In terms of a collection standpoint, I feel like it's perfect for collection because the anime, if you're a really big fan of balance types, then there's a balance type, so you might want to get it for that. The only problem would be the expensive side, and then, you know, like getting the money for it and stuff like that. Some people don't have the money, makes sense. Then, for the people that want to have fun, this is perfect because this Beyblade is actually really fun, and You can also use this Beyblade for you can use the Beyblade for replicating the anime, but you can also just have fun with it. Like you can see, like you can actually do something where the Beyblade is really tall, like on its highest setting, and you can try to see if you could beat every single Beyblade that you're battling against, and then just try to see if that's good enough for you or if you like it at all. Because sometimes when the Beyblade is really short, it doesn't perform the best, or whenever it's really tall, it might not perform the best either. So you have to try to figure out what you like the most and what you like to do the most in terms of the Beyblades themselves. And that's about it. So, like if you want, share if you want, and subscribe to become a legend in the making. See you next time, bye, and we are proven to be legendary. Stay legendary.